Manchester United have drawn plans to sign Kylian Mbappé. Is it this season or next season? That's what we're going to be knowing in here onto the United Matters channel. Welcome to the United News Show. And how are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. It's a Saturday weekend mood. I think it's the last weekend of May, and I think we are going to come to the end of this month very, very soon. Now, Marco Silva, a manager of the team we are going to face tomorrow, that is Fulham, has gone ahead and really spoken about Man United and how much respect he really gives to our team. And lastly, we are going to discuss a little bit of Gvardiol is one of those players that meaning to Manchester United, and that is Santi J. And Santi J, I really respect him for being the first journalist to break the story of Casemiro to Manchester United. Let's see close to 200 likes smash on this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, this source is coming in from France, RMC Sport, giving us a hint about Kylian Mbappé to Manchester United. We've been told by RMC Sport that if Kylian Mbappé decides to leave PSG in the summer of 2024, Real Madrid will try their luck again. He'll be available on a free. Manchester United will also be running for his signature. Now, we all know that Kylian Mbappé signed more 2 years to stay at PSG in the summer of 2022. Real Madrid had made a bid of 160 million euros in the January of 2020. Sorry, in the summer of 20. I think in the January. Yeah, January of 2022, it was turned down by PSG. Kylian Mbappé ran down his contract, and rumors were that he was going to Real Madrid on a free. But according to Kylian Mbappé, he told us that the reason as to why he stayed at PSG was simple. He found himself in a situation when the president of France, Macron, called him and told him, you need to stay at PSG for a while. And obviously, Kylian Mbappé put pen to paper on a 2-year contract. Now, this contract is going to expire in 2024. That's it. Now, the big question is, what's the plan of Lionel Messi and his entourage? Because Real Madrid looked like they're disappointed because they had done everything with Kylian Mbappé. They had held talks, and Mbappé was okay with joining Real Madrid. But what changed everything? It's the president of France calling Kylian Mbappé and telling him to stay at PSG for a while. Now, with the competition intensifying in the leagues, Kylian Mbappé cannot compete for a Ballon d'Or. The only year he can compete for a Ballon d'Or is when they go to the World Cup and France wins it. And that happens every 4 years. So, next World Cup, Kylian Mbappé is going to be 28 years of age. So, he needs to find himself that in these 4 years, he tries to make himself purposeful in as far as the game of football is concerned. When you look at how Erling Haaland is firing in goals, if Man City win the Champions League this season, you'll find out that he will be on the podium of the top 3 players in the world. You know, we all know that this Ballon d'Or might go to Lionel Messi having won the World Cup last year, but that will be a very big push. If at all there was not the World Cup and Messi won it, I think the Ballon d'Or would have gone to Erling Haaland if at all Haaland lifts the Champions League. So, Kylian Mbappé can only counter Erling Haaland by either going to Real Madrid or Manchester United. That's it. But let's talk Manchester United, as it's the channel that does strictly Manchester United. To me, I welcome Kylian Mbappé at Manchester United. I understand that the ego is really huge, but if at all Ten Hag comes out and really talks to Kylian Mbappé and Mbappé is willing to come into Manchester United, obviously I'll fancy the move. People would say the salary. Now, you are getting a player who is worth £200 million on a free. Why don't you get him his £1 million per week? Because you've gotten him on a free. He's one of the most talented players in world football, and I think he's the best player in the world as per now. if there is a chance for a team like Manchester United to sign the best player in the world, I think no one can really pour water onto it. We cannot throw such a chance in the mud. Ten Hag has always been vocal on signing players that are really world class. Mbappe can play in all the front three positions of the pitch. He can play as a right forward, left forward, and a center forward. That is Kylian Mbappé for you. And if you are to get him on a free, that will be something great. And there is a chance that if at all we get Sheikh Jassim Al Thani as the new owner, we can get him in even on a loan earlier enough, because Mbappe wants serious competition. He will only win a Ballon d'Or if at all PSG lift the Champions League. That's another option, but that is really wide off the mark for them to win the Champions League. If they fail to win it in the finale when they played Bayern Munich, when they had Neymar, Di Maria, and Mbappe, on several occasions they failed to win it when they're having Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe, I don't see them really doing the needful to really win the Champions League. So for Mbappe to make his chances alive, he needs to put himself in a position of really getting back to where he's supposed to be. And where he's supposed to be, either Real Madrid or Manchester United. So it will be a very good move if I will get in Kylian Mbappé. I would welcome Mbappé at Manchester United on any day. That's it. Because he's the best player, and that ego can be tamed, according to me. And if you're the best player in the world, such things move on with you. You know, if you get in Kylian Mbappé at the age of 24 and he can play for United for the next 4 years, I think we can be really up there in the galaxy of teams that are really the best in the world, as we've always been, not in words and history, but performing that in the present. Because if I told you to counter Man City, you need to get in the best that you deserve, and Mbappe will be really willing to come to Manchester United. I don't think that Mbappe can want to go to a team like Man City, where his rival is. He knows that to rival Haaland, I have to be in Manchester United. That's it. And if I told Mbappe, I would go on and retell my entourage that we should work on a move to go to Manchester United, because that's where we are going to really light up the world with our nemesis, Haaland, playing for the rival team known as Manchester City. So let's wait and see whether that will come to pass, but not this summer, in the summer of 2024. Let's go to Gvardiol. Santi, is known as Santi Aunoma, has told us that Josko Gvardiol has received many offers since January. These offers include Manchester United. Sorry about that. Man City and Chelsea. Now, if you are talking Gvardiol, he's a very good centre-back, left-sided centre-back at Manchester United. Very good centre-back, but I don't think that Ten Hag is interested in a left-sided centre-back. Ten Hag is interested in a right-sided centre-back. That's why it's so much into Kim Min-jae. And the amount of money that has been put on his signature is really huge. You know, he goes for 100 million euros. That is 80 million pounds. Now, with United having financial problems of even getting in the 4-5 players Ten Hag wants, and Gvardiol being a surplus, I don't see such a deal coming to materialization. That's it. I just look at it and really know that it's United scouting one of the best left-sided centre-backs in the world. That is Gvardiol. That is what United is doing. But I don't see him really coming to Manchester United because the money is not there. And having him and Lisandro Martinez would be better, because they would go ahead and really compete. To it that they really fight for that position, and we would love to see that at Manchester United. But for how long is that going to happen? I doubt it's going to happen very, very soon. If Gvardiol stays at Leipzig, I think next summer I believe that we'll go in and obviously go in for Gvardiol. But if at all we don't, then we'll find ourselves in a situation of obviously getting ourselves in a no of another center forward. But this time it's Kim Min-jae, it's not Gvardiol. I like the player, 21 years of age, talented. Every team is looking for him, Real Madrid, Man City, Liverpool, and very many others. But right now, I think we have to first address issues of the right-sided centre-back, a CDM, a double pivot midfielder, and a centre-forward. Then a goalkeeper, and then we'll think about a left-sided centre-back, because I believe if we get those 5 players I've gone ahead to mention without Gvardiol, we can easily compete in the Champions League, Premier League, Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup. That is it. So let's wait and see what that deal of Gvardiol is all about. But things can change if at all we get in a Mogul, a mogul who really has a lot of money like Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. Things can change and Ten Hag will go in for the players he really likes and loves. Now, let's sum up this episode by revealing to you what Marco Silva said about Manchester United as we're going to play them again at Old Trafford. He has said, United, we are going to play against a very good team. They have shown this season that they are a great team, and they have shown their qualities against Chelsea. They have very, very, very high level individuals. Now, that is Marco Silva, the manager of Fulham. He is a very good manager. He managed to bring Fulham back to the Premier League and has kept them in the Premier League. That's really crucial, and they're planning to offer him a new contract. The last time he came in at Old Trafford, we saw him and Willian plus Mitrovic getting sent off the field of play. Mitrovic was banned for 8 matches. That is it. So he's talking us about having high-level individuals, but I think high-level individuals like David De Gea, Varane, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Eriksson, Martial, Rashford. I think we are having some good squad, especially the starting 11 of United. If it can play that game, then you're going to win it. But I doubt whether the manager is going to go ahead and really bring out those players, because if at all you've gone ahead to watch the match preview, I think I went in for David De Gea in goal, Dalot right back, Malacia left back, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Scott McTominay, Fred, Bruno Fernandes, Sancho, Garnacho, and Wout Weghorst. That is the starting 11 that I really went in for. But I believe that starting 11 can come up and really affect the game positively. And we can win this game because we're going to be at Old Trafford. The crowd is going to be really rocking as they prepare for the finale they're going to play against Manchester City. So guys, tell me your thoughts about Mbappe to United plans revealed by RMC Sport in France. And Gvardiol, would you want us to go in for Gvardiol this season? And Marco Silva's plaudits to Manchester United as praising the players and how we beat Chelsea by 4-1. I sign out for now. See you later. Rokan David remains my name. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. See you later. I'm out.